What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Destruction All-Stars. I want to talk about if this game could potentially be a surprise hit on the console. Now, I actually have been asked to do videos on pretty much all of the launch games of PlayStation, right? We've talked about Sackboy, I've talked about Miles, talked about Demon's Souls, talked about a lot. Here's the deal. When I've done things like this for other games, they tend to actually, I've talked about Godfall, actually, and sometimes I go into it thinking, it's not all that much of a big deal. It's not really going to have an audience. And even in my own audience, I think it actually does pretty darn well. And it actually gives me a reaction that I didn't think I would get. And this game screams that, honestly, to me more than any other game. Really quickly, before I jump too far into this, though, make sure if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel that you do. We're getting very, very close to 40,000 subscribers. And also, if you have not yet joined our Discord server, the link for that will be in the description below. Loads of people there, PlayStation gamers, all kinds of people there willing to talk about pretty much anything, okay? So again, link in the description below, and make sure you guys subscribe. The biggest issue I have personally with this game is it's $70. Me as an individual, I like to play all kinds of games, right? You guys that have watched me for a while, you guys know that, right? I cover small games that I know is not going to do well for me, like view-wise on the channel. I'll cover games that are $10, $20, anything. Remakes, remasters, old games, new games, literally, I try to give every game a shot. And a game like Destruction All-Stars, let me tell you, is 100% up my alley. The issue is the $70 price. Why in God's name they decided to do that? I really have no, I'm trying to think of a word and I can't think of it. I really have no words for it. This game to me, and I don't want to bash it because I don't want to bash, the developer. I don't want to bash Sony too hard. Maybe one day I'm going to get this game. I'm going to love it. But no, in all reality, it's just a tough thing because you're going to have all of these games come out day one, okay? Miles, Demon's Souls, Astros is a free game, Sackboy, and many, many more. Not to mention Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, all these games that are just within Call of Duty, Kingdom Hearts. I can every time I pause, I can probably think of a brand new one, okay? There are a lot of games coming out in such a short time. This game being $70, it's definitely something that's going to hurt it. Now, I will say, though, and because, again, when I make videos like this, like I said, people do surprise me. I have even seen in my community people say, "No, I pre-ordered it. Like I'm ready to go with it." And somebody even messaged me and said, like, this really has the potential to be a game that can be like a special game, like a game that's a little under the radar but becomes something big or becomes something special. I 100% agree with that. I really do. In fact, I'm a big believer in that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I pioneered like Rocket League, but I remember playing Rocket League day one on PlayStation Plus. I thought it was like, this is a perfect game for this, and this is a game that's going to do really big things. You can just, there's many, many examples of games that, and we've even seen it this year, right? Among Us, obviously a game that came out 2 years ago and just suddenly, blew up the internet. You have Fall Guys, which came out and was just a massive hit day one. Destruction All-Stars, look, I'm not going to say it feels exactly the same as some of these games, but look, the game is, in my opinion, a mix of Fortnite and Rocket League. Now, Rocket League is the game that comes to my mind more than Fortnite or more than really any other comparison that maybe other people have said. You guys obviously can let me know in the comments as well. The game looks enormously fun. The game seems like it's going to be pretty darn detailed. Honestly, I thought this was only going to be a multiplayer game, but no, it's actually going to have quite a few single-player things to do as well. That's actually going to keep you busy for a while. So the game, I feel like, started off when it was first shown. I really feel like it kind of positioned itself as a Fortnite Rocket League cross, like crazy, like just out of this world, weird madness kind of gameplay, but that looks really, really grabbing, looks very fun, looks like there's a really nice loop there, okay? That's what I think it did initially, and again, like the style too, right? Stylized, looks really, really good, but I think it kind of came off as a smaller game. In fact, when they announced, I believe they announced the price or they announced the release date, people were tweeting at them asking if this was going to be the free PlayStation Plus game for November. That's a big thing, actually. People wondering, what is going to be the PlayStation Plus games of November? Are they going to give us like a PS5 game? Or are they going to give us just big games in general to celebrate? We'll have to see. To be honest with you, I almost feel like it's not an insult. Tweeting at them and saying that isn't an insult, but it can absolutely be taken as one. And I wonder if they did, where it's like, oh, our game, people think it's solid, like it's fun, and maybe that's an honor being the free PlayStation Plus game of November, but it's a $70 game. It's not only a full price game, but it's one of the first games to jump into the new pricing model. And I feel like if I were them, if I'm reading that tweet, I would probably be offended at that. But again, they were probably rightly so to tweet it. Again, that's the biggest issue. This game, I think, has everything in the book, every means at its disposal to be a surprise hit. And what makes it a surprise? Well, the thing that's going to make this game a surprise isn't probably the fact that it does look fun, and it probably will be fun. No, the surprise is I just don't think that many people are going to get this game, but those that do are going to say, look, I get it. You want to buy Demon Souls. You want to buy Sackboy. You want to buy Miles. Maybe not even Sackboy. In all reality, in my opinion, it comes down to Miles, Demon Souls, and then you have the third-party games. Again, Call of Duty is going to be a big seller. Assassin's Creed is going to be a big seller. Cyberpunk is going to be a big seller. I think there's actually one more that comes out the 13th that I just absolutely cannot remember for whatever reason right now. But there's a lot of games, and there's going to be a lot of competition, and so that's where I think the surprise comes in, where people are going to say, yeah, look, you could buy all those games, but we bought this, and the game is actually fundamentally amazing. And I think for a game like this, that's kind of the biggest thing it needs to do is when it comes out, look, here's what it can't do. Let's do a little preview event here. What this game absolutely cannot do is come out and be like a disaster, or even be something where it's like, well, it could be good if it just kind of adds a couple things. I guess maybe that one is possible. Again, you see a lot of games that come out, even like a recent example like Predator Hunting Grounds, where it comes out, a lot of people, liked it. I think a lot of people also hated it, but it was a situation, even with what I said, where it's like, well, if they add some stuff to it, I mean, there is potential there to be something special. And granted, I still don't love the game now, or, I've actually gone backwards. Like, I loved it in the beginning, now I don't love it as much. But, like, going back into it several months later, you can see all of the positive changes they've made. There's a lot of additions to that game. I guess Destruction All-Stars could technically do that, but I just feel like for a game like this, coming out right before Black Friday, in my opinion, probably not a candidate to even have, like, a sale. That's another issue, too, is it's going to come out. People may be tempted to get it for Black Friday, maybe if they mark it down by a little bit. But again, I almost feel like that's, like, I get it. I want to say that's almost disrespectful to say, but again, I just don't think this game looks like, and I think that's the most honest I can be. I want to be honest with you guys, I want to be transparent. I would buy this game if it was $40 or less. I think that is a perfect way. That's really the only way I can say it. If this game was $40 or less, I would buy it. If it was $50, I guess I would very much consider it, but I probably still wouldn't. 60 and 70 is just, $70 is too much. I mean, you can spend $70 on this, or you can spend $70 on Demon Souls, which just factually is going to have more drive behind it, or you could spend $70 on the Spider-Man, all of them, right, the remaster, as well as Miles, or you could get Miles by itself for $50. I mean, you look at all these, the biggest draw Destruction All-Stars has is that it looks amazing. Okay, that's one draw, and obviously that's maybe the most important draw. The second thing is, to my knowledge, it is the only other game, one of the only games that's on PS5 only. Okay, it's not on PS4, at least to my knowledge. Sackboy is, all these other games are. Demon Souls is only on PS5. Miles is on both. Godfall is on PS5 only for consoles, but then it's also on PC. So I guess Destruction All-Stars technically has the distinction that there's only two games that you can only play on the PS5. Demon Souls and Destruction All-Stars. Godfall you can play on PC. The other games you can play on PS4. Does that help it? I truly don't think it helps it all that much. In fact, well, I mean, it can, because if you buy the PS5 and you say, okay, well, I want a game that I can only play on the PS5, I guess you could see how one could find their way into Destruction All-Stars, but I don't know. I mean, there's going to be other games to play in general. So pretty up and down on this game. I'm excited for it. I really, really want to see like in-depth gameplay, which to right now when I'm recording this, and hopefully even when this video is going up, we haven't gotten it. We had more info on it. They said they're going to show us more very soon. So I would imagine by the end of this month we see gameplay. And if you guys like this video, I can totally talk about the gameplay when it comes out. I need to see gameplay. I need it. It's a prove it to me kind of game. It needs to prove that it's worth $70. And then beyond that, when the game comes out, I mean, I need people to absolutely enjoy. I need people to be spreading positive messages. And, you know, again, maybe if you guys really, if this video is like the biggest video on the channel for like this month or something, I mean, I'll obviously get the game. There are ways of me getting the game. But as of right now, I think it's a pass for me. But I do think this could absolutely be one of those sleeper hits, one of those surprise hits that, you know, a few, even when it comes out. I think, and I said this for Sackboy too, when the PS5 comes out and everybody's playing all of these games, I could see a world where people are like, you know what? Miles is awesome, Demon's Souls is awesome, but I adore Sackboy. Sackboy is actually the must-get game. Or you know what? You know what's what's better than Call of Duty? You know what's the best multiplayer game actually, but like very different but very fun? It's Destruction All-Stars. I hope that happens, and I think both those games, by the way, Sackboy and this game, I think they have the potential for something like that to happen. I really, really do. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you excited for this game? Are you getting this game day one? Do you think it's too expensive? All those things, let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed again to this YouTube channel, Podcast Now, getting extremely, extremely close to 40,000. I think we can do it within a day or two, honestly. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, link for that will be in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'll make more videos on this game if you guys want me to, and I hope to see you all on the next video.